Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 4 is creeping incredibly close, with only one final update set to go, being 36.30, and has been less than a fortnight, no pun intended, until the release of this new season. So many leaks to do with the theme, the official Battle Pass skins that we're going to be seeing, and even the live event ending off this season getting us there that we're going to be finding out more intel in this final update are pouring out. And speaking of updates, it seems the schedule for Chapter 6 Season 4 has already been revealed, which data miners have let us know about. Just before we dive into it all though, thank you to everyone rocking code FM1 in the shop. It not only means the world to me and my dog Charlie the charcoal pug, so much so that we got a giant cutout of the code, and don't forget we have the FM1 Squad Discord now where we give away 1000 V-Bucks most days. The one lucky person who follows the giveaway rules and proves they have code FM1 entered in the code FM1 proof channel. Diving back into it with the OG live event literally just happening, creating a red rift in the sky at the very end from the rocket actually disappearing off the island, unlike the blue one in the original Chapter 1 Season 4 blast-off events. Our focus is finally and fully what's going to be happening in this next update, and of course until the end of the season on August 7th. So naturally, before we dive into the Season 4 leaks and everything we know so far, we need to go over what's upcoming in this new 36.30 update. Firstly being as teased at the Supernova Academy. Plastered around several rooms of the living quarters of the superheroes themselves is Deadmau5 upcoming as a skin. The official model isn't in the files yet, however data miners initially speculated that he would be upcoming as the festival artist before Bruno Mars was revealed and shocked everybody. This obviously didn't happen, and nor did his model get added into the files in any of the updates so far, so that means he's going to be upcoming in 36.30 most likely, alongside another collaboration that we've wanted to see since Mark Rain teased it at the start of this season, with the code word being S tier to describe Fortnite Super, being One Punch Man's Saitama. Honestly, this would be a perfect collaboration for this season, as One Punch Man features a tiered ranking system for both heroes and monsters, and as you know, as we progress throughout each game of this season, in case you've been living under a rock, yeah, we try and make it all the way to S tier, being the very best anyways, and then getting that Victory Royale. The collabs don't just stop there though, that we could be seeing in next update, as a new Dragon Ball Fortnite wave is seemingly in the works according to data miners, and I know this will beg the question, when is the final update of this season, as posted by Hypex literally last season, as update schedules get leaked in advance like the Season 4 one which we're about to mention. Apparently it's going to be happening on July 29. This would make it then exactly 9 days before we go into Chapter 6 Season 4 on August 7th, which like our other seasons that we've seen will be starting because of a live event, whether big or small. I know last season we got a huge live event being Death Star Sabotage, but Chapter 6 Season 1 and Chapter 6 Season 2, people have been referring to these as mini events, obviously showing the storyline going forward and where it's going now. If you couldn't already guess, as Daigo is a main character, instead of him seemingly being the good guy like when he freed his sister from the Spirit Realm, Jade, or even went into the Spirit Realm portal to try and combat the Dark Presence, has succumbed to it in this demonic form, and we may have to stop him, as ultimately this is what Season 3 is about, as he's a formidable demon now stealing the island's life force. The 0 point, as we know, is the heart of everything in Fortnite, and with even one shard of it making its way onto Oninoshima, being the codename of the Chapter 6 island overall when it started in the very first trailer. In case you forgot, despite Daigo disguising his trip to the Spirit Realm or trying to harness power from the portal as rescuing just his sister, he wants to harness the power of the 0 point shard. This is never exactly a good thing and makes sense of chapter transitions, which ultimately we're building up to after Chapter 6 Season 4 that we're about to go into after this season. We then only have a mini season. Unlike Galactic Battle being mini Season 1, however, supposedly according to data miners, this is going to last 4 weeks, obviously being a mini season like we've seen OG originally before it became a mode, and then Chapter 2 Remix has its own map like Springfield and has map changes every week before we go into Chapter 7 itself. Without going that far ahead though, specifically talking about Chapter 6 Season 4, which is what you've all clicked this video for, with the rising popularity of Blitz, it's now officially permanent and extended until 2027, which is definitely some good news. Which means if you're not a fan of the upcoming bug invasion theme that not only got leaked but has been showcased throughout several posters alongside crossing over into Simpsons, as well as these sprinkles on the donut are bugs around Utopia City, then you'll definitely not be short for entertainment in the whole universe now, or metaverse should I say, of Fortnite, which is expanding furthermore, as if you can remember, Disney acquired a big portion of equity of Epic Games a while ago and teased that there was an upcoming like Disney universe within Fortnite. Despite this and the Disney characters we've seen in the trailer and more upcoming potentially after the release of Chapter 7, we know now, thanks to data miners, that the Disney X Fortnite mode has a storyline and cinematics that we can follow. Honestly, cinematics in Fortnite, when they're done right, whether tied to a specific event like during it or as a mid cutscene or even an actual cinematic trailer itself for a new season are some of the most iconic and memorable moments throughout the whole game itself, and allows us to obviously understand the storyline and how things are progressing that little bit more. I'm sure everybody's happy about Fortnite Mobile returning to most areas around the world, however it doesn't look like in the UK we're going to be able to play Chapter 6 Season 4 on iOS or through the App Store anyways, as apparently it's been blocked from returning to the App Store in the United Kingdom until at least 2026, meaning, you know, way after Chapter 7 releases. Some good news we have though, just like this season, with a very interesting loot pool and a lot of mythic weapons attached to several different Battle Pass characters, a lot of new mythic collabs items are expected next season, some of which we already know about, being the bug gauntlets and specific goo related items, perhaps like the goo gun that we saw initially released in Fortnite Paradise or Chapter 3 Season 4. This gooey substance does make sense, as apparently mud mechanics are set to return next season, and if you don't know, obviously these were introduced in Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds in the jungle biome areas, which means more than likely next season we're going to be seeing a jungle biome, POI or location on the Chapter 6 island. Who knows, maybe this even means the return of raptors as wildlife, as these roamed around these particular areas anyways, or were introduced again in Chapter 4 Season 3. Something that definitely is going to be introduced, or should I say reintroduced or revamped however, are the pets into companions, as we kind of see with Crypto this season. You know, the mythic bone item that we can throw where he literally comes down like a junk rift. Instead of being an item, it's going to be a cosmetic category, bringing along the pets that we already have in this cosmetic category over to companions, which supposedly Crypto is going to be the very first one of these, considering obviously he's been innovated into this season as an actual item we'll use, and apparently our pet companions will not be visible to enemies in game, and only your teammates will see them, and this is to prevent your location from being revealed, which I thought was kind of silly, considering if I've got a rare cool looking companion, I kind of want to show him off, flex, or at least let them know that this little dude is with me. I'm guessing these are going to be introduced with the launch of Chapter 6 Season 4, the update itself 37.00 August 7th, but we do have other updates announced right now, being 37.10 on August 26th, and then the next update after that 37.20 on September 9th. It's important to note that these aren't the only updates this season however, and there will be more that's revealed close to the time of release of Season 4 or even after it has, as Season 4 before the Simpsons themed season in November that lasts a month will obviously run through Halloween and, you guessed it, Fortnitemares. This does make Chapter 6 Season 4 technically the final and longest Chapter 6 season so far, lasting a total of 3+ months, and with a ton of different alien bug invasion themed skins on the Fortnite surveys that many data miners have put together and created their own battle pass of, as it's a normal length season. Chapter 6 Season 4 there's going to be 8 outfits. It's safe to say from taking a look at the unreleased section of these survey skins as well on Fortnite.gg that many of the Halloween themed ones could be upcoming for the Fortnitemares 2025 event, not to mention the return of a bunch of Halloween skins that we've already seen and items in the loot pool that are exclusive to the Fortnitemares event or Halloween time period. Drop a like if you're hyped and subscribe for more with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any future uploads, but don't forget I'm an Epic partner, so enter code FM1 in the shop now. It not only means the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug, so much so that we got a giant cutout of the code, and don't forget we have the FM1 Squad Discord now where we give away 1000 V-Bucks most days to one lucky person who follows the giveaway rules and proves they have code FM1 entered in the Code FM1 proof channel. In terms of other videos, click either of these two YouTubes recommended you on screen, it's a good suggestion whilst you wait for the very next upload I do publish here on the channel.